Dear students, in the previous lecture, we have studied definition of divergent sequences. The first definition was sequence diverging to infinity, and another definition was sequence diverging to minus infinity. So let us see two simple examples of divergent sequences. The first example is prove that the sequence log n is equal to 1 to infinity diverges to infinity. That is, prove that limit of log n as n tends to infinity is infinity. Answer. So graphically we will try to understand interpretation of this. The graph of log x is like this. It is logarithm to the natural base, and this point is 1 where it intersects x axis. So this is graph of fx is equal to log x. As you can observe, it is increasing function. As x is increasing from left to right, it is also increasing from downwards to upwards. But it increases slowly, because you know that log of big numbers is small. So it is increasing but slowly. But still it will diverge to infinity. As x increases, log x also increases. As n tends to infinity, log n will also tend to infinity. So that is interpretation of this. Okay. Let us prove this. Before we prove, recall what is definition of sequence diverging to infinity. A sequence Sn is divergent to infinity if and only if for every positive real number m there is n belongs to I such that whenever n is greater or equal to n, Sn is greater than m. So point of definition is that for any given positive real number, we can find a positive integer such that Sn is greater than m whenever n is greater or equal to n. We can make terms of sequence Sn as large as we want by taking n sufficiently large. Sufficiently large means greater or equal to n in this case. So let us begin with this. Take m greater than or 0. Now we are going to use Archimedean property of real numbers. What is Archimedean property of real numbers? For every real number x, there is n belongs to I such that n is greater than x. So for any real number, there is always a positive integer which is greater than m. So this we are going to apply. Then by the Archimedean property of real numbers, there is n belongs to I such that I need to do some rough work before I proceed. n is greater equal to n implies Sn is in this case is log n. So I want log n to be greater than m. This is what I want. So means I want, say if I take e raised to m, so this step is guiding step. It may not be clear at this point, but once I write the whole proof, you will get idea. But by using this rough idea, I am going to apply the Archimedean property to e raised to m. So this x in Archimedean property is e raised to m. There is n belongs to I such that n is greater than e raised to m. Sorry, I'll write capital N. There is n belongs to I, capital N belongs to I, n is greater than e raised to m. Okay, so say this is first statement. Now we want to prove n is greater equal to n. N is greater equal to n implies log n is greater than m. So again I will prefer direct proof. What is direct proof? P implies Q. I will begin with P and after sequence of arguments I will arrive at the statement Q. So I am going to begin with this, n is greater equal to n. Okay. So consider n is greater equal to n. This implies log n is greater equal to log of n. Log n is greater equal to log of n. Okay. Why is it? Because this is increasing function. You can observe that if x is less than y, then log x will also be less than log y. This is log x and this is log y. So if x is less than y, then log x will be less than log y. So as you may write here, since fx is equal to log x is increasing function, is increasing function. Okay. This implies log n is greater equal to log of is greater than, strictly greater than log of e raised to m. Why? Since from first n is greater than e raised to m, and again you can use the fact that log x is increasing function, so log of n will be strictly greater than log of e raised to m. Okay, this implies what? Log n, can you tell me what is log of e raised to m? Note that here base is e, here we always use natural logarithm in real analysis, so it is clearly m, since log of e raised to m equals to m. Since log of e raised to m equals to m. So see, we began with this, n is greater equal to n, and at the end we have obtained that log n is greater than m. Thus, we proved that n is greater equal to n implies log n is greater than m. For any given positive integer m, we have found n such that log n is greater than m. It now follows that by definition of divergent sequence or sequence diverging to infinity. By definition of sequence diverging to infinity, we can say that diverging to infinity, we can say that limit of log n as n tends to infinity is infinity, that is log n diverges to infinity. Okay. Now this is an example of sequence which diverges to infinity. The next example which we will take is log of 1 by n, and it will diverge to minus infinity. It will diverge to minus infinity. Log of 1 by n equals to minus infinity. Again we will have graphical interpretation. So can you plot the graph of fx is equal to log of 1 by x? If you observe that log of x and log of 1 by x, so it is nothing but minus log x, and so this is say fx and this is minus fx. So what is relation between graph of fx and graph of minus fx? Graph of minus fx can be obtained by using graph of fx. It is the reflection of graph of fx along x-axis. So I have to obtain reflection of this graph of log x along x-axis. So how the reflection will be? Along x-axis I have to take the reflection. So it will be like this. Let me draw it for you. It is, you have to take reflection of graph of fx. So it is always better to remember graphs of standard functions. It is like this, and you can observe that as n tends to infinity, log of 1 by n, this is graph of fx is equal to log of 1 by x. So you can observe that log of n tends to minus infinity. It is decreasing function. As n increases from left to right, log of 1 by n decreases from upwards to downwards. So log of 1 by n diverges to minus infinity. Here we have to establish that log of n is less than minus m. Log of n is less than minus m. So with a little observation you can see that same m is going to work like this. We are going to apply Archimedean property and same m will work, but with one additional step. So can you guess what will be the additional step? The additional step will be this. I will multiply, go through the entire argument once again. We are beginning by taking m greater than 0, then we are applying Archimedean property to e raised to m. Now we begin with n greater equal to n. As log x is increasing function, we can take log n greater equal to log of n. Log n is greater than log of e raised to m. Log n is greater than m. And if I multiply this inequality by minus 1, it becomes minus log n is less than minus m. But what is minus log n? It is nothing but log of 1 by n, which is less than minus m. Thus what we proved? We began with n greater equal to n, and what we obtained at the end, after this sequence of arguments, we obtained that log of 1 by n is less than minus m. So this proves our claim that limit of log of 1 by n as n tends to infinity equals to minus infinity. Recall that limit of sequence Sn is minus infinity if and only if for every m greater than 0 there exists n belongs to I such that if n is greater or equal to n then Sn is less than minus m. So you recall this, and same thing we have proved here. What is Sn? Log of 1 by n, and it is less than minus m. Okay, so as I was saying that it is important to remember graphs of standard functions and relations between them. In case you want to clear your basics, fundamentals of mathematics and some useful background of real analysis, I'll recommend you two apps which I have published in Google Play Store. Name of one of the app is Foundations of Mathematics. So you may search my name in Play Store, Chetan Shirore, and you can have look at all the apps which I have developed. So all these apps are ad free, and the only purpose that I have behind publishing these apps is to clear concepts. So Foundations of Mathematics, you will clear your foundations of mathematics, logic, set theory and number system. And secondly, for relations between graphs of standard functions and graphs of standard functions, you also refer to calculus course. So these two apps you can download from Play Store and have a look at them. This calculus course is also available on Udemy. So you may search my name on Udemy. Udemy is one of the standard platforms where it is a world standard platform where different courses from different disciplines are available. So I have published calculus course in Udemy platform as well. If you download app from Play Store, the benefit is that I have embedded GeoGebra applets in Android app itself. So you can interact with those apps and try to explore different relations amongst different functions. So try to download these apps from Play Store and make your concepts clear. Okay. In next lecture, we will classify sequences of real numbers. Thank you.